All right, good morning. It is Wednesday, April 8th. Yeah, April 8th. That sounds good. Hope everybody's having a good morning or afternoon whenever you're listening. Please keep checking in here. Keep watching all of these screencasts. Go through the motions for this. Make sure you're repeating words out loud. That's the best way to learn. Hear yourself say it. Practice saying it. All right, when you move on to different subjects today, make sure that you are going on to Lexia as often every day, and make sure you are accessing the math work every day. The math work is digital now. It's all online. If you're having a problem getting online or accessing your worksheets or your assignments through there, please reach out to me or Mrs. Hodge. All right, you all have our email addresses. Your parents have them. Please reach out. But let's get going on foundations. All right, so we're going to go through our standard sound cards. You will be my echo, letter, keyword, sound. And let's go. Maybe not. There we go. All right, so let's start with just some letters. Let's start with our vowels. A, apple, ah. Is that right? A, apple, ah. That's better. E, ed, e. I, itch, I. O, octopus, ah. U, up, Let's come over here to S. Now remember SS2. S, snake, S. And then when S comes at the end, it's S, bugs, Z. G, game, G. W, wind, W. Remember, there's more than one way to say W, right? We get to our digraphs. WH, whistle, W. TH, thumb, th.
Oh.
Sorry, Thomas, is there a better way to say that?
No, I thought it was.
Sorry, one of my kids thinks he knows more. CK, sock. Here are our controlled vowels. You guys can go over these whenever you want. You have all these videos. Feel free. I'm going to skip them for today. For our vowel teams, we'll start from the beginning. Bait. Check that. Let's start over. AI, bait, A. AY, play, A. EE, jeep, E. EA, eat, E. How about down here? We have OW, snow, O. And OW, plow, ow. OU, trout, ow. OU, soup, ooh. And here's some more welded sounds. We haven't done these. Let's see. Some I haven't done in a while. ING, ing, ring. INK, pink, ink. But up top over here. AM, ham, am. And ONK, honk, onk. Now, for today's assignment, we'll get back to that in a second. Most of you will recognize that. It is going to be story time. Now, we do lots of different things with the stories, usually. Usually there's 3 or 4 different parts to it. In my class, Mr. Sturgis's class, room 5, we have used this story, Wish Come True, already. And we may have even done this little practice before, but we're going to do it again. And by doing it by yourself, it's going to be a little bit tougher, and it'll be a little bit more independent. So I want you to read the story first. First, you could read it silently in your head. just so that you can understand it. You can understand what's going on, the words, see where the story's leading. I want you to think about, all the things we always think about when story elements, the characters, the settings, the conflicts, the main ideas, the supporting details, things like that. I want you to be able to, something we did with this also, we closed our eyes and we thought about making a movie out of this and what the scenes look like, and what the people look like, and what the surroundings look like. I want you to keep that in mind while you're reading. But where I want you to focus is the second time you read it, I want you to read it out loud. But you'll see in the story that they have the sentences chunked into groups. And I want you to practice your fluency by focusing on the chunking. All right, so here, when I take a look at it here, you'll see how the words are chunked. You'll see these markings. So Mom and Dad were shocked that the colt was not where they had left him. You want to read it, you want to take a bunch of words at a time and focus on those words, and then smoothly focus on the next words. And that's what will keep your fluency going. Mom and Dad were shocked that the colt was not where they had left him. It helps you with emphasis. It helps you with fluency. All right, so I want you to read it once in your head, and I want you to read it once, at least once, out loud, using the chunking to help with your fluency. All right, that should take a few minutes, and I want you to take your time, and I want you to do it that way. And now, instead of doing dictation today, I want you to get out your writing journal, and I want you to try and write down as many words as you could find in this story that have suffixes. These are the suffixes we've been going over. The vowel suffix is es when you're making something plural. But then there's the 5 consonant suffixes. Another way to make something plural is s, and we'll review later on this week, maybe tomorrow, when to use s versus es. Then there's ed when something already happened. ing when the action is happening as we speak currently. Er could be 2 things. It's either when you're comparing 2 things, or when it's someone who has a job or does something, like a piano player, er, or what's a good one, Thomas? Or I'm drawing a blank, a baseball player. I guess player and player are the same words.
Football.
But when someone is a dancer or a teacher, something like that. So you add the er to make it what someone does. And then there's est down at the bottom here. That's when you're comparing more than 2 things. All right, so you can go back to this list if you need to. You can write these down on your paper if it helps. Maybe you can make a chart, draw all 6 of these on the top of the chart, and put any words you find in here that fit into that category. Then make sure you take a picture of it and send it to me so I can see your work. Make sure you get credit for everything. All right, so today we'll just review. We're going to read this silently, then read it once out loud using the chunking to help with your fluency, and we are going to try and find the suffixes in this passage. All right, so that's it for today. Everybody have a good day. Get that work done. Get it over to me.